Good morning. This is Ain't Nobody Squeaky Clean. As always, I want to thank you for listening. And for those of you that have listened to my previous episodes, I really appreciate you. I hope you're getting something out of it, as I want to keep giving you nuggets. And as mentioned, in the future, when I start to have guests on here, I hope you really enjoy the content. This is food for everyone. And the premise, for those that are new to the podcast, Ain't Nobody Squeaky Clean speaks for itself. We all are out here trying to figure it out. We're going to make moves. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to have lessons that we need to learn. And that's where we talk about it. No matter what aspect of life it is. It could be relationships, could be jobs, could be sports, could be anything. We're going to talk about it. And remember, ain't nobody squeaky clean. So if you feel that the answer is not something that works for you, take what you can from it and see where it leads you. So today I'm going to talk about something that's near and dear to all of our hearts, especially those of us that are in first world nations. And that's money, currency. Money makes the world go round. Money is essential. I think it was Kanye West. As a matter of fact, I know it was Kanye West that said it in one of his songs. Money ain't everything. Not having it is. Money ain't everything. Not having it is. That's a very important quote, because the love of money will get you in trouble. You don't want to worship money, but you must have it. So there's a fine line. Every single thing on earth, in some way, shape, or form, is going to require money. Now, I know people argue, no, love doesn't require money. Yes, it does. Every single thing on earth is, in some way, shape, or form, is going to require money. Now, I'm going to expand on that a little bit. I've been in my personal storm, my personal financial storm, for quite a while. When I say quite a while, it's over a decade. I've had people pray for me, tell me, don't worry about it, man. Things are going to work out. Things are going to line up. Keep the faith. I'm praying for you. All of those things are fantastic. But none of those things are going to pay my bills. Not directly. Now, of course, a prayer can lead to an opportunity that leads to the ability to make a payment. But it does not pay the bills immediately. Now, remember, this ain't nobody squeaky clean. So before you get up in arms and say, oh my God, this guy is, no. I'm very faithful. I understand the power of prayer. But I'm keeping it real with you this morning. That act alone is not going to pay the bill that's in front of me, solve the problem. It's not going to take care of my rent. I'm going to pray for you, brother. It's 31st. We're going to see what happens. Appreciate it. First going to come. Money's not going to be there. You're going to start getting the knocks on the door. Next thing you know, you're going to be packing your stuff up and getting out of there. Man, I don't know what happened, man. I prayed for you. Well, maybe that prayer will be answered in a month or so. Money's the only thing that's going to solve most of the problems here in the first world. Your food, your rent, your medical coverage, your insurance on your vehicle, the vehicle payment, your clothes on your back. I could go on and on and on. It's only solved if you have funding coming in. So the lack of money will ruin your life. So how do we protect it? Let's say you got a fantastic job, you're doing well, you're making good money. You got to learn how to live beneath your means. There are a lot of great financial advisors out there who will tell you you need to put aside X amount of months of expenses or build up to X amount of month of expenses for that rainy day that will come. It's been raining like shit in my life. So I can tell you firsthand that rain is going to come. I don't care how sunny it is. It's going to rain. So build up 6 months of expenses, and that's everything. You like to go out to eat, put that in your expenses. You got rent or mortgage, multiply that by 6. Your medical coverage, you got to subsidize it because work doesn't pay it all, put that in your expenses. You need clothes for the kids, put that in your expenses. Entertainment, gym membership, whatever it is, put it in there. And my suggestion, you better add 10% to everything. All right, cool. So you get that 6 months of expenses set up. Once you get that set up, boom. All right. What's the next step? Now we need to start investing money. Once you get your little 6 months or whatever your cadence that you determine, you get that set up. Now you want to start investing. You can look at the Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover model, and he touches on some great things, even though a lot of people think it may be a little aggressive as far as paying everything off and things like that. But hey, he has a great model. So essentially, going back to what I was saying, you want to start investing money. Putting money in the savings account is great if you want something to look at, but it's not going to help you become financially free. And by financially free is getting to a place in your life where you no longer have to worry about finances because you are free. Money is flowing, and you can live your life without having to go and check in with somebody like a boss or whatever. And your money is just flowing for you. That's the Holy Grail. That's what we're talking about today. So let's step back. So first, we're going to save up that 6 months. Then we're going to start investing. You don't know how to invest? Get yourself a financial advisor, an investment planner, somebody who can teach you certain things. The basics, if you are working and you have a 401k, make sure that you are at least contributing what your company matches in your 401k. So in the old days, companies used to match. I'm assuming that a lot of them still do. Probably not at the same aggressive level that they used to, but at some level. So make sure you're taking advantage of that, because that quote unquote is free money. Your company says we're going to give you 100% up to 4%. Your ass better be putting 4% in there. So you can make sure that you are at least getting a match on your 4%. So to dumb it down even further, or to break it down even further, I should say, it's not dumb. You putting 100, if 4% is $100, your company is throwing $100 in there as well. So at the end of the year, you're getting $1,200, quote unquote, free, given to you because you decided to put $100 in your account. So now instead of $1,200, you got $2,400. Okay. Second thing, you want to figure out how to grow your money and build your money in other areas. If you're doing really well, you may want to venture into real estate. You may want to venture into venture capitalism, things like that. You want to maybe become a person who's investing in others who are building businesses, right? It all depends on the level that you're at. Trust me, I know people that are making minimum wage. I know a couple people that are making over $1 million a year. But the thing is, it's the mindset. You've got to train your mindset to be a certain way so that you can build and grow. So if you're just starting out, my daughters are in school. One daughter's in high school, another one's in college. They're just starting out in life. So the nuggets I'm giving them based off of my trials and tribulations are make sure that you choose a path that will pay you accordingly, according to the lifestyle you want to have. People will say, if you find something that you love to make money at, you'll never work another day in your life. That's true. But for most, that probably won't happen because the thing that you love may not pay for the lifestyle that you want to live. So my suggestion is if you find that, wonderful, great, congratulations. If you don't find that, find something that you're good at that will pay you enough money so that when you clock out at 5 p.m. or whatever time it is, then you can do what your heart desires. This money will allow me to do the fun things that I love. Because without fun, your life is going to be miserable. It's going to be miserable. I'm giving y'all nuggets based off of how my life is right now. And you can take it for what it is. It's up to you. But my duty is to make sure that you understand how life is going to look if things don't go that way. Okay. So, summing this up, you got to figure out how to protect your money. You got to hope and pray that a storm is not going to come, even though we know they're going to have rainy days, man. It's been raining consistently for me for about 10 years, on and off. There have been some partly sunny days in there, but primarily I've been living in London or Seattle for the last 10 years. This could have been 3 or 4 years if I had prepared better. Save up your 6 months. That 6 months buffer is in the event that you lose your job. If you live in the United States, more than likely you or someone you know has lost their job in the last year. There have been major cuts across many different industries due to changes in our administration. So you've been touched or somebody you know has been touched by it. So if they saved up that 6 months, they at least had a little buffer to kind of get them going towards looking for the next opportunity to make sure that they'd be able to land softly. But right now we're looking at numbers that are pushing people more into the, 9 to 12 month timeline versus the 3 to 6 month timeline to find the next opportunity. So with that information, you might want to try to strive to save up that 12 months. Save up your money, invest your money, grow your money. I'll talk more about growing money on next episodes. But today I needed to talk to you about that. Because right now I'm in a storm and it sucks. And I talk to help others to keep the shit from bogging me down. Because I don't want anybody else to feel this pain. Do what you need to do. Protect and grow your money. And when the storm hits, you'll have a buffer to get you through the chaos. Because mental health is going to be challenged when you look at your bank account and you don't see anything in it. But you look at your email account or your phone and it's blowing up because everybody wants to get paid. This is Ain't Nobody Squeaky Clean. Till next time, take care.